Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. We're so excited to learn more about the sweepstakes, of course. But before that, Jim, let's back up and talk about the Ethel Street Shelter and why it is so important and so desperately needed.
Yeah, what we need desperately in Atlanta, first of all, we in Atlanta today have about 900 beds for women and kids. We will see about 4,000 women and kids in a year, and everybody who comes to our door who doesn't get a bed, 50% never come back. So we saw a critical need to add beds in Atlanta. So the Ethel Street Shelter that we're building will add 100 beds. It'll be a low barrier shelter, which will allow us to serve more. It also will be a place for our children to be cared for. We'll have Mercy Care there doing health. And also we'll do vocational training, but it'll be the first of its kind in Atlanta, a low barrier shelter, 100 beds for women and kids.
Fantastic. And Jeff, it's so nice to finally meet you in person. I've chatted with him via satellite many times, but a lot of people may not realize, because you're very low key about it, but you do so much for the community, and you are a regular volunteer at the Atlanta Mission. Talk about your involvement and why this has been so important to you.
You know, I just always have had a heart for the underdog. I grew up in Hapeville, and, you know, in some ways, like economically, we were the underdogs. And so when you start, it's like with anything in life, when you step out of your little comfort zone and you get to learn how people end up being homeless. And they're just people. And my daughter works, you know, full time at the women's shelter. Well, when you think about 4,000 women and children being on the streets in Atlanta, and some of them aren't 25 years old. Some of them are 75 years old. It's somebody's grandmother out on the street. You know, we've just gone through this heat wave, 107
oh my gosh, I know.
Heat index. When it rains, you're wet for the day. And there's just a critical need. And Atlanta Mission, every night, is putting up about a third of the women and children off the street in Atlanta. When we get this new shelter built, we'll add 100 more beds. So we'll be taking about 40% of the women and children that need a place to stay off the streets. So this is huge.
Yes, and Jimmy, you were talking about how it is unique to them. Talk about also really the way that you were so deliberate in how you're going to help them. Not just a roof over their head, but all the ways to get them back on the road to success.
Yeah, for us, I think one of the big misconceptions is people think people are homeless because of their financial need. The real critical need is they face relational poverty. So we really, what we've built is a transformation model that helps people truly find hope, choose help, make progress. And from that, the great news about the new shelter, it'll be the area around finding hope. It'll be that first door. So we have this picture of, you know, you come from darkness to light when you walk in that door. It's being built with $1 billion worth of construction going on around it in the middle of our city, a beautiful place where those women and kids deserve the dignity, and they will get that when they walk in our door with a chance for hope in their life to be changed.
Absolutely, and of course this is the sweepstakes that everybody is so excited about, building hope and a future dream home. Tell us how it all came about, and of course we have to turn to our Brockbuilt team, Adam and the entire team we love having on the show, by the way, for the generosity and just this wonderful opportunity. Tell us more about it.
Well, we're very excited at Brockbuilt, the whole team is. We'll be producing a home. It's our Laurel floor plan, 3 beds, 2.5 baths in our West Highlands community, which is a nationally recognized award-winning mixed-use, mixed-income development on the west side, located just on the northern boundary of the West Side Reservoir Park. So lots of opportunity to engage with walking trails and green space. We're extremely excited to be able to give back to a community that's given so much to us.
Absolutely. And how will the sweepstakes work? Kind of tell us more about it so everybody can participate.
Yeah, so a big thing, the whole thing came out of the ideal of a house. Somebody could win a house with a sweepstake while they're helping build a house for people who desire to have one. That's the whole thing kind of behind this.
Terrific information. Okay guys, so the sweepstakes work like this. No donation is too small or too large. Every penny counts. Any donation up to $24.99 earns you 1 sweepstakes entry. A $25 donation earns you 2 entries. A $50 donation earns 5 entries, and so on. Of course, you don't have to donate to play, but remember, all donations go to Atlanta Mission to help build this new facility. It also provides much needed services for the women and children they serve who are facing homelessness right here in Atlanta. And why not? And to have that opportunity and such a tremendous partnership. And let's talk about the donations received. Really kind of break it down for our viewers. I think everybody likes to exactly know and spell out how that money will be helped specifically.
Yeah, so the money, all of the money will go towards building this shelter. The shelter itself, just the shelter will cost about $15 million. And so this sweepstakes money, you'll get a chance to win. As you get that chance to win, the proceeds of this, thanks to the generosity of Brock Build Homes, will all go to our capital campaign to get this built.
Yeah. Excellent. What's the timeline look like?
Yeah, so the campaign is underway. For the sweepstake, it starts in September and ends in January. We hope to break ground. So the goal is announce the winner, break ground in January, take us about 12 months to build it, and have women and kids off the street in it in January 2021.
Yes, so wonderful. Thank you all for being here, for your involvement, and again, for you, we've loved working with Brock Build, and of course the wonderful work that Atlanta Mission is doing. You can get involved. All you have to do is head to atlantamission.org/sweepstakes. Good luck, and know you're helping such an amazing cause. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You should do this.